do 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 do. Oh, sorry about that. We're here to talk about video games, not do really poor karaoke of thematically relevant 80s bangers. Tales of Kenzera Zhao developer lays off the entire team and puts entire games division on hiatus after previously claiming games sales were fine. Yes, exactly. This is yet another example of when you get in bed with Sweet Baby Inc., which is exactly what Tales of Kenzera Zhao did. Your game will die. Not just eke out some survivability, not just potentially off-put some fans, but end up gaining others. No. It will kill your game stone dead. It will shut down your studio quicker than you can say diversity is our strength. It will put your ass on an unemployment line as quickly as IGN can give your game a 7, which I think that's what Tales of Kenzera Zhao ended up getting, but that's just a safe bet at this point in time. It's a meme for a reason. Surgent Studios, the developer of Tales of Kenzera Zhao, who work with Sweet Baby Inc., announced it's putting its entire games division on hiatus. Oh no, what happened? In a post on X, Surgent Studios shared, "We've decided to put the work of Surgent Games Division on hiatus while we secure funding for our next project. In the meantime, we've unfortunately had to put our team on notice for redundancy." Yeah, we're not getting any work. We don't have any ideas. We don't have money to pay you anymore. So yeah, you're redundant. It added, "Everyone at Surgent worked incredibly hard to create Tales of Kenzera Zhao, a game that truly comes from the heart. Their passion, creativity, and dedication are nothing short of extraordinary. There's still a couple of exciting updates coming down the pipeline for Zhao. We might update the game, I guess. We're not making any new ones, but there's updates." The company then concluded, "Our team has created a prototype for a bold new project. It's darker, edgier, and more visceral than our first game. But it retains all Zhao's high-octane combat and cultural depth. And we're looking for a partner. Help us bring our vision to life. Somebody please save us from the consequences of our super woke actions. Please, don't let us die because we failed to hit the market running. Please, somebody bail us out from getting in bed with snakes. Won't somebody please think of the diversity?" The announcement comes just over 3 months after Surgent Studios announced it was laying off over a dozen people. The company noted at the time, unfortunately, Surgent has joined the growing number of game studios impacted by layoffs this year, with just over a dozen people affected. "It's a difficult time in the games industry, but we remain incredibly proud with the entire team's work on Zhao and the praise it has received from critics and players alike." Yeah, nobody was around to really play it. I mean, you take a look at this and wow, very interesting how it always seems to be somewhere in on and around 200 people, because recently we looked at Unknown 9 Awakening and it was just under 300 concurrent players. What was the concurrent player count for Dustborn? Somewhere around that area as well. I wonder if that's just the marketing department for Sweet Baby Inc. They'll guarantee you roughly 250 people. I'm just wondering if that's the case. Don't have any concrete evidence. I'm just saying, you boys noticing some patterns. But anyways, going back to finishing off the statement, our focus is now on supporting those affected, continuing our work on Zhao, and looking forward to a future with our next creative projects. I'm sure at least somebody is, mostly you guys. Come less than 6 months after the Surgent Studios founder and CEO Abubakar Salim, claimed the game sales were fine despite announcing that he was discounting the game, rather. He specifically announced the game sales as part of a thread clarifying his comments made in the video. He specifically addressed claims that the game was not selling well, claiming it was all false. The game isn't selling well, also false. I've addressed this on an AMA Reddit. The numbers some are circulating are a fraction of our actual playership, and they're being shared in bad faith by people who are wanting to provide proof that their harassment campaign has been successful in punishing us for daring to take up space. Now here's the thing, man, it really doesn't much matter what you did, and nobody was attacking your game because it has a black protagonist. Nobody really cares about that. It was just bad Like, I remember some of the reviews that were out there, and they said that, oh yeah, the story's really interesting. It's just gameplay's kind of trash. If you want to have a woke game, that's totally fine. Make it in earnest. Be authentic about it. That's fine. Don't expect the wider gaming audience to give a shit about it. You are not entitled to our money. You have to make a product worthy of purchase. You have to make a product that is appealing to the masses in order for it to succeed. We don't have to buy your product, and if you don't want us as customers, that's fine. Live with the consequences. As for his comments on Reddit, he stated, "It's a busy time. We did good, though. It helps being on multiple platforms. It's all about longevity and continuing forward. The more people share and talk about the game, the more it snowballs. So yeah, we hope to continue building." And there's nothing wrong with that. In a vacuum, that's a perfectly great statement from a developer on a game. Yeah, more people talk about it, the better it's gonna do. And yeah, you know what? Hey, we're starting with humble beginnings, and we're hoping for a lofty futures. Fantastic. Obviously, the game sales were not fine, or the company would have not laid off its entire staff and put its entire games division on hiatus. And yeah, 287 people. 10 people playing within the past 24 hours. 5 people just, I don't know, bug testing it right now. And it was one of the flagship Sweet Baby Inc. games. And hell, it was published by EA. Yo, what the hell is going on here? But the game was added to curator list. Yes, Sweet Baby Inc. Announced in January. Had worked on the game. The company wrote our friends at Surgent Studios, dropped the trailer for the upcoming action-adventure platformer Tales of Kenzera. Most pleasure working with Abubakar Salim and the Surgent team on this poignant story, which has been heavily inspired and influenced by Bantu mythology. We know you're going to love it as much as we do. And yep, those dozens of people truly did. And they wrote such a glowing review of the game because, well, you take a look at who's a founding member of Sweet Baby Inc. and you'll notice Abubakar Salim's name right there, and you'll put 2 and 2 together and realize, oh, this is all a grift. Makes a lot of sense, huh? But actually, looking at how Tales of Kenzera was marketed, not by somebody earnestly trying to promote their game. The entire marketing strategy for Zao was, "My father died, please buy my game, and only racists won't buy my game." Not a good strategy. I have sympathy as I lost my own father, but you can just say that once, or put it in your game's dedication. Turning it into a marketing point disrespects your father. Yeah, exactly. And you can't shame anybody to buy your product. That stuff doesn't work at all. And just to really drive home that, no, it's not just indie titles. You've got Spider-Man 2, which is just a year old now at this point in time. For the people who played the game for 6 hours this time last year, got all the content out of it before you were greeted with Peter B. Parker handing over the mantle of Spider-Man to Miles Morales so he could continue to be Miles Morales in a Spider-Man costume. Well, he goes off and does other Spider-Man things while Miles Morales can be Insomniac's Spider-Man going forward. God, I can't wait for Insomniac's Wolverine game. I'm sure that's going to be great with old square-jawed Jean Grey. After sales were over 50% worse than Marvel's Spider-Man, Insomniac reveals Spider-Man 2's PC release has no additional story content planned for a game that cost reportedly over $365 million and exclusive to the PS5, which, outside of initial sales data, didn't release any follow-ups and said that, oh yeah, we got big lofty plans like a new game plus. Cool. They're saying that, yeah, we're pretty much done with that. We didn't you see our leaked roadmap? We got a Blade game. We got a Ratchet and Clank game to disappoint the fan base over there with. It'll be great. Insomniac Games announced it has no additional story content planned for Marvel's Spider-Man 2 ahead of the game's 1-year anniversary since it released. Which, yeah, beautiful looking game. The web swinging looks very fun. It's just, if you want a equally quality experience and perhaps something that's even better and more comprehensive, just play the original. In a blog post on Marvel.com, it announced that Marvel's Spider-Man 2 will arrive on PC on January 30th. A weird release date. PC version of the game is being developed by Dutch developer Nixus in collaboration with Insomniac Games, PlayStation, and Marvel Games. That's wild, especially if you're going to be releasing it at the end of January. Why wouldn't you wait to do it at a bigger event? But okay. On top of announcing the PC version of the game, the blog post also revealed that Insomniac Games does not plan to release any new story content for the game. So yeah, basically development for this one is done. It stated, while we have no additional story content planned for Marvel's Spider-Man 2, we're delighted to bring all of our previously released post-launch content to the PC version, including New Game Plus, new suits, color variants, photo mode features, yes. So unfortunately, god damn it, no DLC missions of playing Miles Morales' deaf girlfriend spray painting black poetry. God damn, I can't believe they missed that boat. This announcement comes in the wake of Sony revealing that Marvel Spider-Man 2 sold less than half of what Marvel Spider-Man did. Ooh. Yeah, but PS5 is doing better than ever, guys. In a recent Sony financial report for its Games and Network Service segment, a slide featured Marvel's Spider-Man 2 claims great success for a major PlayStation Studios game series and category. It also reveals the game sold only 11 million units, which in general, not all that bad. It's just 11 million units for a game that costs $360+ million, brother. While 11 million units might seem like a great success, one can only view it as a massive failure given Sony sales data was leaked by Reset Era. Oh, really? Okay, at the end of 2023 revealed that, yes, okay, 2018 games, Marvel's Spooderman sold 22.685 million units and net sales totaled $827 million. Even the 2020 Spider-Man Miles Morales game sold, yes, 11.125 million copies and had net sales totaling $427 million. And that was legitimately an expansion. I think that came out, yeah, right, at the beginning of the PS5 life cycle. It was basically a glorified tech demo. That's crazy. But of course, they try to make some more comparisons, like one to Ant-Man and the Wasp, where it's like, well, not even they had a 50% drop off. That's like kind of a weird comparison, but trying to do a God of War Ragnarok apples to apples, it's like, okay, the PC port came out, what was it, like a month ago or something like that? Like, it was very recently, and them trying to say, oh yeah, no, there's more than a 50% decline between people that picked up the PC port of God of War 2018. In January, that's showing SBI, oh, it makes games woke, oh, nobody wants to play Ragnarok. I made mention of it recently also. It's like, Ragnarok also has a stupid PSN account attached to it, and the marketing for that PC release was absolutely ass. But yeah, there's definitely a drop-off, and that also comes with sequels as well. And yeah, don't doubt that word of mouth in association with Sweet Baby Inc. didn't play a little bit of an issue to that. That just goes to show you that any game, even peripherally associated with SBI, ends up facing the consequences of it. All the way from Surgent Studios basically closing up shop to one of the flagship PlayStation Studios doing a sales faceplant. You lay with little green dogs, you get little green fleas. That's the way the little Sweet Baby Inc. crumbles. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.